Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I have a very cute card to share with you. I'm making a snow family. Before I get into the project, I'd like to give a big shout out to my good friend Kelly Kent, who has challenged me to make more than just a snowman, but a snow wife as well. This is a very unique stamp set called Seasonal Chums. It's on page 47 of Stampin' Up's holiday catalog. All of the large 3 images are unique in the way that there is a forward-facing and a rear-facing image. There's a reindeer, a pumpkin, and this nice little snowman. I'm stamping onto watercolor paper with basic gray archival ink and have heat set the images with clear embossing powder. To create a palette for watercoloring my images, I'm using the largest acrylic block in the Stampin' Up set and dabbed on some of the ink directly from the ink pad to the acrylic block. This is an easy way to have all your colors out, put away your stamp pads, and it cleans up very easy with a baby wipe, or carry that block to the kitchen sink and use some mild soap. It's a different way to come about the same process as taking it from the lids of your stamp pads. I'm not using a special watercolor process with these images. I'm adding just a little bit of ink at a time and building up some color, keeping it all very simple. This should be easy for you to duplicate with any type of image that you desire. To create the snow lady out of a rear-facing snowman, I'll take the image and use a journaling pen, which is a permanent non-run ink, and draw a face that's very similar to the face that's on the other snow person. It's the rear facing of the hat, and it's basically the same hat. I could have made it pink or something, but I chose to make the hat look very similar to the snowman's hat, and I will be adding a little bow to her scarf just to give it a little something feminine. To kind of bring everything down together in the bottom portion of my card, I'm using a piece of soft sky ribbon. If you haven't already noticed, the foil paper is gorgeous on this card. That's where I started my project, was knowing that you can have a blue tint to your snowflakes, and they can be dots. It's the image that all brings everything together. Once the snow people are placed onto this pattern paper, it does remind me of falling snow. And the color blue is located on every one of the images. So it's all tied together. It may not be a classic Christmas card, but it works for me, and it's fun to create. Here is a piece of the blue baker's twine. This is solid baker's twine in Pool Party, and it works close enough together with the other colors to bring that same color blue together. For my sentiment, I'm just stamping onto a scrap of white paper, and I'm going to cut the sentiment down and use it on the classic label punch. I'm going to get a perfect little arrow by sliding it into the back side of the punch instead of placing the whole piece of paper down into the punch. That's a little quick shortcut that's nice and good to have in my back pocket. For the inside of the card, I'm stamping one of the snow people instead of both of the snow people. I don't want to cut my stamp apart, so instead I've used a piece of paper to do very basic rudimentary masking, and I'll attach all of this together with some small areas of liquid glue on the inside of the card. It's a very simple card, And I thank Kelly Kent for inspiring me to use the stamp set in this fashion. Thank you all for joining me for another card making tutorial. Please visit my blog at jennystampsup.com and click on Shop Now to make your Stampin' Up! Purchase. I appreciate you choosing me as your Stampin' Up! Designated demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video.